Welcome to game number 14 of the Tom Seaver replay. The stats are displayed for the first 13 games. The records are identical. Everything else is pretty much close, as you can see. So it's been good. He just came off the 2-0 loss to Tommy John and the LA Dodgers at Shea Stadium. And today he'll be facing Tom Bradley of the San Francisco Giants. The actual score was 3-1 Mets back in June 13th of 1973. So let's move forward with the game. Bobby Bonds is the first batter. He'll be up against Seaver. We have a 2-8. We have a walk. Let's get the ratings on here. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got the ratings all in place. Bonds walked. He is going to try to get a lead. Mets will try to hold him. 8, no lead. He'll stay there. Tito Fuentes is the batter. Nothing on the Havoc. Okay, 4-7 versus a lefty since we have a switch hitter. Single 1 to 5, line out 6 to 20. Single 1 star. Bonds goes to second. Gary Matic is the batter with first and second, no outs. We have a 2-8. Ground ball shortstop B. Let's just get that. So we have fielder's choice. Bonds will move to third. Fuentes to second. Just double check that. Okay, we're correct on that. Now we have Ed Goodson's the batter. We have first and third, 1 out. We'll have the infield normal. Nothing on the Havoc. Maybe we can get a double play here. 1-4 versus a right-handed pitcher. Ground ball first base B with a runner on first and third. Run scores. Scores. Goodson at first, 2 outs for Gary Matthews. 2, so we have a potential pass ball balk chance. Balk chance, Seaver has a 0, so there's no chance there. 4-11 versus a righty walk. It's been a messy inning for Seaver. We have first and second, 2 outs for Chris Spire. Nothing on the Havoc. 2-4, potential ballpark single. So he is a right-handed batter at Shea Stadium. He's a 1 to 11, 18, so he lines out to short. So with all that action, Seaver just gives up 1 run. And for the Mets, they will have Mays, Meehan, and Staub will be the batters for New York. Let me get that focus set here. Okay, so we have Mays, Meehan, and Staub up against Tom Bradley. He is 13-12 in 1973 with 3.9 ERA, 34 starts. He's a right-handed pitcher, and he'll be up against Mays. 1-8, ground out to third. Felix Meehan. 2-4 versus a righty, ballpark single chance. We know we just did that. It's a 1 to 11. Single for Meehan. Rusty Staub's the batter. Nothing on the Havoc. Straighten out these cards here. Got a 3-3 against a righty. Ballpark single chance. The lefty is 1-6. No, he lines out to second. Milner's the batter. Runner on first, 2 outs. Nothing on the Havoc. 4-8 versus a lefty. It's a single to center. Mian goes as second. Okay. Ed Crane Pugel's the batter. First and second, 2 outs. (3-9) versus a righty. Wow, look at that. Home run 1-4, double 5-20. 15. So we got an open double. To center field. Mian scores. Milner, let's see what kind of runner he is. And what kind of arm. Matic has a good arm in center at -2. Milner is running as a 1-15. So we got a 1-15 with Milner not being held. The arm in center field's a -2, so that's a 13. But we got 2 outs, so that's 15. So we're going to go 1-15, and we're going to hold Kranepool at second. So they're going to give it throw home. Safe. Milner's safe at home. Kranepool does a 2-run double. Nothing on the Havoc. 110 versus a righty. Walk. Runners on first and second. No outs. Nothing on the Havoc. Fergosi's the batter. 310 versus a righty. Single to right field. So the right fielder Bonds has a -4 arm. Kranepool, he can't run. He is a 1-10. So it would be a -4. Mine would be a 6 + 2, 1-8. He's going to stay there. We're going to load the bases for Ron Hodges with 2 outs. Nothing on the Havoc. Let's see what Ron Hodges can do. It's my first time playing him, I think, in the replay. 6-8 versus a lefty. Ground ball, second base B. So Bradley gets out of it. 2 runs. It's a 2-1 game. A lot of activity in the first inning. Kingman, Radar, and Bradley will be the hitters for the Giants here in the top of the second. Let's see what Kingman can do. See what kind of year Kingman had in '73. 24 homers and 305 at-bats. So he's always got a fun card. 6-10 versus a righty. Ground ball, shortstop X. That is Fergosi. He's a 4 E64. 10 he gets there. 15 on an E64. That's a 2-base error, so he overthrows the first baseman. Kingman's at second. Dave Rader is the batter. Nothing on the Havoc. 4-6 versus a lefty. Double 1-4. That's a double. That brings in Kingman. Got a lot going on today. Tom Bradley is the batter. So Radar does a nice double. Kingman scores. No outs. Tom Bradley's the batter. 2-5. He strikes out. Still got a runner on second. With Bobby Bonds as the batter. Nothing on the Havoc. 6-5 versus a righty. Ground ball shortstop A. Bat, let's see, I think they'll hold at second. Yep, he holds at second. Bonds grounds out to Fregosi. 2 outs, runner on second. Tito Fuentes. Six. He's a lefty because he switched, struck him out. So we got a 2-2 game. Bottom of the second. Seaver. And then the top of the lineup. 5-5. He's a righty, struck him out. Wayne Garrett's the batter. Excuse me, Willie Mays. 3-6, fly out to right. Felix Millan. 5-10 versus a righty. Catcher's card. That is Raider. He's a 3-2. 18 is a G3. 11 on the 2. Nothing. So he G3, so he grounds out to end the inning. Still got a 2-2 game. For the Mets, we got Gary Matic, Ed Goodson, and Gary Matthews. .311 versus a righty. Single 1-9. We got a line out to short. Ed Goodson's the batter. He's a lefty. .48 versus a lefty. Struck him out. Gary Matthews. 3-3 walk versus a righty. Chris Spire. Nothing on the Havoc. 6-7 versus a righty. Ground out to first. So move to the bottom of the third where the Mets up. It's a 2-2 game. They have Staub, Milner, and Kranepool. .26 versus a righty. Double 1-14, single 15-20. We had a double for Staub. John Milner's the batter. Nothing on the Havoc. The lefty. 6-8 on the lefty. Ground ball, second base B. Staub moves to third. We will do infield in against Kranepool. Nothing on the Havoc. 5-4 versus a lefty. Fly ball, center field X. The center fielder is Matic. He's a 3-14. He gets there. 17, 3, F3. 8 on a 14. makes the play, and at 3 with a runner on third. Let's see what the play is. 3. Fly out runners hold. Okay, fly out runners hold, so he couldn't get him in. Okay, Garrett. Nothing on the Havoc. 5-6 versus a lefty. Fly out to left field. We move on to the 4th. Kingman, Raider, and Tom Bradley. .410 versus a righty. Ballpark single chance. Gets it. Kingman gets another on base. Dave Raider, the left-handed batting catcher. Nothing on the Havoc. .410 versus a lefty. Ground ball second base A. That's a double play. Some nice turn. Play by Meon. Bradley. 2-5 struck him out. On to the 4th. The Mets will have Fregosi, Hodges, and Seaver. .410 versus a righty. That's a ballpark single chance. He gets it with a 9. It's 1-11 for righties at Shea. Ron Hodges is the batter. He's a lefty. Nothing on the Havoc. 5-8 versus a lefty. That's a fly ball center field B. He's out. Seaver's the batter. Nothing on the Havoc. 1-8 struck him out. Top of the order. Willie Mays. Nothing on the Havoc. 3-6 versus a righty, fly out to right field. Through 4, still 2-2. Top of the order for the Giants. Bonds, Fuentes, and Gary Matic. 6-8 versus a righty. Round up the 3rd. Fuentes. Be batting lefty. He's a switch hitter. 6-6 struck him out. Gary Matic. 6-9 versus a righty. Shortstop X. Fregosi. 4E64. 11 he gets there. 9 on the 64. That's a one-base error. So that's a second error by Fregosi today. Matic's going to see if he can get a lead. 11, he gets the lead. It's a 17. He was held. So that is a -2. So he's a 15. The battery Seaver's of -1. So that's a 14. Catchers of 1. So 1 to 13 is good. He's out. something. So Matic gets caught stealing with a 20. End of the top of the fifth. Move on to the bottom of the fifth. We have for the Mets, we'll have Meehan, Staub, and Milner up against Bradley. Okay. 2-3 versus righty, foul out to the third baseman. Rusty Staub with double last time at bat. 4-12 lefty, ground ball first base X. That is Dave Kingman. He's a 3E22. So a 70 gets there. 13 on E22. He makes the play. Kingman makes it. John Milner. No need for a havoc there. 4-4 versus a lefty. Ground ball third base X. That is Goodson. He's a 4E41. It's a 14. He makes the play. So we are into the sixth. Still 2-2. We have Goodson, Matthews, and Spire. Goodson just made that nice play at third. He'll lead off here at the top of the sixth. Four, 3 versus a lefty. Ooh, we got a diamond chance here. Okay, so let's look at a lefty in Shea. It's a 1-6 home run. So 1-6, Goodson gets a homer. Otherwise, it's a flyout. 20 flies out to right, deep to the right field fence. Gary Matthews. 4-8 versus a righty. Single one, line out to 20, lines out to short. Chris Spire. 5-5 versus a righty. Struck him out. Okay, we move on to the bottom of the sixth. Cranepool, Garrett, and Fergosi for the Mets. Two to two. All the action was in the first two innings. 1-3 versus a righty. Pop out to short. Garrett. 5-3 lefty. Fly ball left field X. That is Matthews. He's a 2E6. He gets there. 10 on a E6. Makes the play. Jim Fergosi. 4-3 versus a righty. Ground ball pitcher X. Bradley's a 4E19. 5. He gets there. 9 on an E19. That's a one base error. Could not make the play. Ron Hodges is the batter. 3. Nothing on the havoc. 5-6 versus a lefty. Fly out to left. We move on. Okay, Kingman, Raider, and Bradley. Solid pitching game. We thought it was going to be a little crazier after that first 2 innings. .65 righty, ground out to short. Raider, 6'5" versus a lefty, struck him out. Bradley will stay in the game. 6'6", he's a right-handed batter. Struck him out. Seaver. Move on. He'll stay in the game. We are in the bottom of the 7th. 6'6" righty. Ground out to third. Mays is the batter with me on. If you get somebody on base, get to Staub. .17 righty, ground out to short. Neon, 5'8" versus a righty, struck him out. Two to two. Top of the order. Bonds, Fuentes, Matic. 1-9, struck him out. Fuentes. 5'8", bats lefty. Ground ball, second base X. That's Neon. He's a 2E10. Gets there. 12. Makes the play. Gary Matic. Offense slowed down. 6'6" versus a righty. Struck him out. So Seaver has 10 strikeouts. That's his 10th strikeout of the night. Bradley will be facing Staub, Milner, and Cranepool. So we got the meat of the order here at the bottom of the 8th. See if they can get anything together here. .610 versus a lefty. Round out to the second baseman. Milner. 6'8" lefty. Ground out to the second baseman. Cranepool. 6'9", triple 1-2, single 3-20, single for Cranepool. See what Wayne Garrett can do. Nothing on the Havoc. 4-10 versus a lefty. Ballpark single chance. Nope, lines out to second. We're going to keep Seaver in there. We got Goodson, Matthews, and Spire. Okay, so we move on here, top of the 9th. Goodson, Matthews. Let me get the camera a little straighter here. Okay, Goodson, Matthews, and Spire. Just make an adjustment here. Okay. Top of the ninth. Ed Goodson. 1-6 righty single. Gary Matthews. Nothing on the Havoc. 3-4. Homer 1-4. Double 5-20. 9. That's a double to center. Mays is a +4. Let's see what Goodson could potentially score. His running is a 1-11. And he wasn't held because he didn't have an asterisk. So let's check this. Let's go to the run chart. Okay, so it's a key moment here. We got Goodson at first. He was not held. I only hold runners with asterisks, which Goodson doesn't have. Didn't have any stolen bases at 73, so he wasn't held. A double by Matthews to center field. Goodson's run rating is a 1-11. Mays' arm in center field is a 4, so that's a 11 turns into a 15. He wasn't held, so that's a 16. So we got 1-16. Matthews isn't even going to try to trail. They're going to go to the plate. And hopefully Goodson, for the Giants' sake, will make it. 1. Goodson easily scores. Matthews gets a key RBI. Spires is the batter. Nothing on the Havoc. 4-4 versus a righty. We have a potential home run, a 1, or a fly out, 3. So he flies out to left field. Kingman's the batter. Seaver can't get out of his ninth. 3-7, fly out to center. Dave Rader is the batter. Runner on second. Nothing on the Havoc. 6-7 versus a lefty. Ground out to first. So Gary Matthews does a key double. Drives in Ed Goodson. Brings the score 3-2 Mets. Now, do we keep Bradley in there? Let's take a look at their who they had as a closer. The Giants. Randy Moffett. Sosa. Let's bring in Randy Moffett, the closer, for Bradley. Bradley pitches great. He goes 8. Moffett will come in and try to close it. The Mets have Fregosi Hodges in the pitcher spot. Moffitt's a right-hander. Let's see what Fregosi can do. 5-7 versus a righty. Double 1. 1. He gets a double. So double for Fregosi. Hodges is the batter. Got a pinch hitter in the on-deck circle. 2-12. Single 1-9. Single. Runner advances 1 base. We got first and third, no outs. Let's see what the Mets can bring a pinch hitter in. Let's see what Cleon Jones can do here. So first and third, they're going to go infield in. Let's check the Havoc roll. We got Cleon Jones. First and third, infield in. .511 versus a righty. Ground ball, first base X. The ball's hit hard to the first baseman. Infield in. Kingman. 2. He can't make the play. That's a single. Runner advances 2 bases. 12 on a 22. And an error. So we got a single and a 1-base error. Fregosi scores. That was a 2-base single and an error. So Hodges scores. That was a single 2. Single 2. So we all know that Fregosi scored. Hodges moves from first to third. Plus there was a 1-base error. So that's a score. Hodges comes around and scores. Shea Stadium goes nuts. Cleon Jones is the hero. And the Mets win the game. 4-3. In an exciting game, Seaver gets the win. Moffitt gets the loss. Let's check Seaver's stats. He goes 9 innings, gave up 5 hits, no home runs, a total of 3 runs, but I'd say this run was unearned. The Kingman one, so he's got 3 runs, but 2 earned, 10 strikeouts, and walks 1, 2, 3 walks. What a game. So it's at the bookends of the game. All the scorings in the first and second inning and the 9th inning. But we got an exciting game with Jones pinch hitting and Kingman just fielding inadequacies. Gives a victory to the Mets. So, what a game. And we will see you at game 15. Seaver ups his record from 7-4 to 8-4. And we'll see you at the next one. Thanks for joining.